All right, guys, welcome to our first episode of Blaisinthekitchen.
Okay.
I'm with my boy Erik, Cruz, Fit on Instagram and TikTok.
This guy knows the vibe.
Yeah. Mr. CPA, Mr. IDFA. He's got certificates in all of those. Mr. Macro Counter himself. He's here. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk powerlifting, bodybuilding, and weightlifting.
Okay.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Well,
because it's like you have this. Your caption on your Instagram is "This is when worlds collide."
This is what it's like when worlds collide. It's actually from a song.
Okay, sick, nice.
It's by Power 5000 or some shit. It's an old rock song.
Okay, cool.
Like, this is what it's like when worlds collide.
Sick. Nice.
Yeah, it was. You remember the game Twisted Metal?
No.
I believe it was from that game. PS1.
Okay.
Anyways,
so a long time.
Yeah. So the trifecta. Bodybuilding is very much so aesthetic.
Okay.
And I feel like everybody goes into that initially.
Yeah.
Cause like.
Is that what like the everyday person does when they're on a bicep?
Back and biceps, chest and triceps. Yeah.
That.
That's a very isolated bodybuilder type split.
Okay.
Where like your main goal is hypertrophy.
Right.
You're trying to grow muscle.
Yeah.
But once you I don't want to say cap out, but like once you get closer to your natural limit, it becomes harder to stimulate muscle growth.
Okay.
Right? So over the years, I've pushed it pretty fucking hard. Like,
right.
I was on a push-pull lower for like 2.5 years, man.
Oh,
you
shit.
know what I mean? With combined with a little bit of
Is that when you were competing? Like IDFA?
Yeah, when I first started competing, because like IDFA was my first show. That was
right.
back in 2017.
Yeah.
That was when I really hopped into training as a profession, right?
Gotcha.
I was still at Good Life.
Right.
And, bro, I dieted down too much, actually.
Oh, shit.
I pushed it too far.
Too slim.
Too much. Okay. Like, I was borderline death.
That's when we were doing the cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I was banging out fucking 2.5 hours of cardio, a night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus what you were doing in the gym.
Yeah, which
right.
was like morning fasted and then post workout.
Right.
I was doing too much. I was out here doing the most.
Your
But I feel like
I
had to experience that in order to better understand bodybuilding, right?
Right.
And so leading into powerlifting, that's kind of why I went into more powerlifting type training,
right?
Because I'm trying to get a different stimulus.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. So you're still building your muscle just in a different way.
Yeah. So the first initial
This is like building man strength. Type of strength,
trying to
right?
I just brute force. You know what I mean? Like I want to be strong as fuck.
Right.
But obviously bodybuilding is my baby, so I'm still incorporating hypertrophy, isolation sets.
Okay.
After my powerlifting,
right?
Which is taking precedent, right? Precedent.
Yeah, of course. So what's the difference between weightlifting and bodybuilding? And
bodybuilding? Well,
because people think, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm weightlifting. Like you always hear the older generation say, I'm weightlifting.
And then the only way people tend to understand is when you say I'm Olympic weightlifting.
Yeah.
But not everybody's an Olympic athlete. You know what I mean?
Right,
so that Olympic
weightlifting. Isn't that like saying, oh, I play hockey or I play,
well, that's what weightlifting would be. So if you say yo, I'm weightlifting, you know what I mean? Like I'm a weightlifter.
Yeah.
That's like saying I'm a hockey player.
Right. Okay. So that's
But saying Olympic weightlifting is like you saying yo, I'm a hockey player of the NHL. No, you're not.
Gotcha.
You just play hockey.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay.
So I learned that later on in the game too.
Cool.
And I couldn't identify between CrossFit and weightlifting.
Right.
And basically, they're both bodybuilding and weightlifting are both very precise and intricate in their own separate way.
Like in the sense of you have to
aesthetic versus performance.
Okay, gotcha.
So bodybuilding is it's more like, you got to be on top of your diet.
Yeah.
You really got to be doing your cardio.
Right.
And it's not like typical conditioning where you're trying to go for shorter bouts. It's more like steady state. Let's just burn fat.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Low impact.
Yeah.
But weightlifting,
like CrossFit type shit. Like we're talking about weightlifting, right?
No, I'm talking about bodybuilding. So cardio for bodybuilding, gotcha. Right? It's truly aesthetic.
Yeah. Gotcha.
In theory, you don't even really need to rip heavy weight in order to target muscle growth.
Right. Okay.
Right? As long as you're hitting it, it's going to grow.
Yeah.
You're getting proper rest.
It's fat
eating.
that makes it show more type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you burn off your fat. Everybody has like abs, right? Like if you've done any sort of recreational sports,
just hidden under like 10 feet of fat.
Yeah, and they're not fully developed, right? Like you could still put more on. Mm-hmm. But I guess to answer your question, the difference between bodybuilding and weightlifting is performance.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like weightlifting is very precise.
Okay.
And like there's so many moving components.
Right.
And you really need to understand how to like transfer potentially heavy ass amounts of weight from ground to above your head.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous as fuck.
1,000%.
Like super dangerous. Whereas bodybuilding is...
But mobility comes...
Oh, it's huge. It's huge,
right,
man. So once I started weightlifting, because let me make it clear, I'm a fucking noob when it comes to weightlifting.
Right.
I'm not even past like just movement patterns. I'm still learning the movement patterns. Gotcha. So I'm not ripping weight, but I like to consider myself a weightlifter because I understand that like post bodybuilding, post powerlifting, it's going to be weightlifting. Right. For the rest of my life, in my fitness career, I guess you say, it's going to be weightlifting.
Gotcha.
Because it's so precise that like it's not like a quick fix, right? Like weightlifting happens over years if you don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
And having a power building background, I understand what it is to get injured. Right. And it fucking sucks.
Like if you're doing it properly, like never mind like going in there for 2-3 months and just fucking ripping it. You know?
Which is what to my understanding, that's the difference between CrossFit and weightlifting. Right. CrossFit is get the reps in. Right. Like, grit. Gotcha. Grind. You know what I mean?
Never mind the weight, just
go, no matter what weight it is. Whereas weightlifting is like, you need to be precise.
Gotcha.
To the fucking T, you need to be precise because you're only ripping it for one rep in competition. Whereas in CrossFit, you're doing like 10x10s, like crazy shit, dude. That takes stamina, dude. Yeah, I bet. And brute like strength. Like you just got to be a savage in CrossFit. You know, and like I understand why it gets its like bad name, if you may. Yeah. But at the same time, if you enter CrossFit from a more educated and mature,
does it have a bad name though? Because I feel
people always diss CrossFit.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody talks shit about CrossFit.
Yeah, it's
true. I went to a fucking weightlifting seminar at a CrossFit gym.
CrossFitter?
And the coach was like, low key like throwing jabs at CrossFit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the difference between the two.
Gotcha.
And like that's my game plan for the next few years.
Right.
Weightlifting is like it's a long-term goal.
Yeah.
And then powerlifting is more immediate, but powerlifting also ties into my bodybuilding because I want to be able to move more weight in hypertrophy rep ranges with proper.
I feel like it'll help you a lot.
Absolutely. I'm already seeing thickness.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking thicker because like bro, like who squats 4 times a week? Who benches 4 times a week? You know what I'm saying? Like ripping like 2 times their body weight, 3 times their body weight. That's me. But that initial 10 weeks was like a mock peak into a meet.
Gotcha.
So that's why I was doing such high volume, right? Now that we've scaled back, I'm only training 3 days a week because that's what works with my schedule.
Cool.
And I'm doing a lot less volume.
Right.
Like I'm only squatting twice a week, I think.
Okay.
I have to look at my program, but once or twice a week, deadlifting once, and then benching once. You know what I mean? My body has a lot more time to recover. Yeah. But now the reps are up. Instead of like, my main focus being getting to a 1 rep, sets of 1 reps, now I'm hitting like 3 sets of 5s or 5 sets of 5s, incorporating like pauses and like, you know what I mean? Different things to bring my strength up. Inevitably, because that's when I go to a meet, I understand now what it takes to peak. Right. That's why he did that. To A, see where I break, and B, for me to get a gauge of like this is what I'm going through in a prep for a powerlifting meet. This is what the training is gonna entitle. Gotcha. You know what I mean? And I got the nutrition because I come from a bodybuilding background. Of course, So from now, what I'm seeing is for most powerlifters, when I tell them I gotta drop 15 pounds, they're like, whoa. Fuck, that's gonna suck. Yeah, and not really. I'm not really. I tell them not really because like I'm gonna do it over a course of like 5 months. You know what I mean? 4 or 5 months.
And you've got macros down to fucking T. So
where I understand that even in my bodybuilding prep,
you know that in that amount of time you're gonna lose that amount of weight.
And I'll get stronger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because one thing I've came to learn, I don't know if it's just me or if it's like I don't know the science behind it, but when I hit a certain point of like leanness, my strength peaks.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't explain it to you. Like I've ripped all my PRs at probably around like 10 to 12% body fat. You get what I'm saying?
No shit, eh?
I'd say 12. 12 is the
But during your carb up days though, right?
I mean, fuck man, it was just fucking around, right? When I worked at Good Life, they always did like team building things, right? Right. Where like we'd have lifts together, we'd do powerlifting meets and like see what's going on.
Dick measuring contest.
Exactly. But that's where you really see what the fuck you're made of.
Right.
And understand that there's a culture behind like being a PT.
No, I hear ya.
And like being now private, there's still a culture, but it's very much so different from corporate. Because corporate's very like structured. It's go, go, go. Right. Whereas like as an independent trainer working for a gym as a subcontractor, there's a culture, but everybody's individual. So they're doing their thing. I'm still doing my thing. We could come together on ventures, but it's like at the end of the day, I gotta fucking do it for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's no longer like, yo, like I got all these people around me. It feels good. It's like, yo, the rough times are spent alone.
Yeah.
There's nobody really there, right?
But I feel like the amount of free time that you can build now for yourself because Absolutely. You have your own schedule and shit like that.
I create my own schedule. I don't gotta hit certain quotas.
So the fact that you have that extra free time, I feel like could benefit you more than pumping those crazy amounts of weights with all those random people watching you and with bells going off and shit like that. No offense to those guys,
that was a part of the process. I'm forever grateful to Good Life and all the people that I worked with. Under the management that I was under, I'm super grateful.
Yeah, for sure.
I became a very well-rounded trainer.
Of course. You got to start somewhere, right?
I don't have a kin background. I don't have any
What better place to start, bro, than probably one of the most well-known franchise, or I guess franchise,
no, it's not
right?
a franchise. It's owned.
Okay, so so it's a corporation.
Yeah.
Well-known franchises in the fitness industry, and on top of that, having. I believe the club that you worked at was probably, or I think was one of the top performing clubs, right? So the management, everything like that was top notch. So like, what better way to fucking learn?
Shout out to Diana Villa and fucking Darwin Chang for putting me on, bro.
So yeah, man, so now you're on your own. You're doing your own business. Where are you at now with the business, and where do you want to be in like 5 years from now?
Okay, where I'm at right now is it's a transitional period, actually. It's hard.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a tough time right now.
You were saying something about trying to transition into online programming.
Yeah. Okay. And it's been like, for me as an individual, I've always noticed I procrastinate on myself.
Right.
I give the best advice, but it takes me time to take my own advice. You know what I mean? And it's a rough time right now, because it's happening. It's actually happening, and like it's scary as fuck. Because now dumbing down the hours of like in-person training and dedicating that time into like, filming my videos, fucking writing up all the cues and then collaborating with other people, setting up meetings based around that, which is not yielding like an income right now, right? It's not really breaking me bread. Like I'll make a little bit off of it, but I'm not making what I will be in the next 3 to 5 years.
To start a new business, right?
Yeah,
of course.
And it's going to evolve, right? Yeah. Over the years it's going to evolve. It was just starting. And I feel like that's like what... Procrastination kills, bro. You could have the most potential, the most skill.
The more you talk about it, the less you're gonna. You just gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
And the more you talk about it, the more you start to become pessimistic towards it.
Right.
And like sometimes you just gotta catch yourself doing that, and then take action instead.
Right.
And do something that's gonna move you closer.
Totally.
To whatever you're trying to do, right? Mm-hmm. So next 5 years, I want to be able to run. I want to be able to make money remotely, and still be able to change lives.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Providing a service with integrity. Selling products with integrity.
Tone down the chewing.
My bad.
Suck on it.
Fire.
No homo.
It's new sugar. I just came from training.
Yeah. What'd you pump today?
It's probably dank. Ew.
It's okay. I don't smell. My fucking nose is like half broken from my fucking eye. Yeah.
It must have sucked.
Yeah, man. It was like the worst pain I ever felt.
I can imagine. Once it set in and the shock came down, like...
Yeah, they gave me drugs for that.
Right on.
For those of you watching, I got hit in the face with a puck about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, longer. It's been like
almost lost my eye. I was about less than a quarter inch away from actually losing it, the vision. Man, it was a fucking experience, man. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. That was terrible. Fuck, man.
Yeah, but I feel like you brought a lot of things to light in that time. It slowed you down. And
it did. Yeah. It gave me time to, think about things I needed to be doing. And
re-strategize, man.
Yeah, exactly, So, yeah. Social media is popping now. It's been popping.
It's been popping, bro. You guys been putting in work on that social.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, something that a lot of people don't understand.
We just hit, man. One of our posts just hit 100,000 fucking impressions. Skied up our fucking followers and shit, baby. Bro. Yeah, it's bro.
Viral. Yeah.
It went crazy, man. But yeah, man, and touching on social media, how do you feel like social media has played, in your business.
My career, my business.
Yeah, like
No,
good or bad, and I mean, like in the sense of mental health.
Good and bad. That's why I'm saying good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's good in a sense of like this is how I've built my business.
Right.
From Good Life to now, it's literally how I built my business, and I haven't even I have certain things in my pocket that I haven't used in my social media, right? That when I utilize and do it in a structured and organized manner, it'll yield, right? Like it'll turn over. My message will get out there. But bad in the sense of like, we stare at screens all day long. And like I was watching some shit on Netflix that one of my clients referred to me. It's called Black Mirror, and it's a different episode every fucking time. Was it you who told me? No, it wasn't you who told me. I think it was one of my clients.
I think we spoke about.
Because there's two. There's Black Mirror Bandersnatch, which is fucked up because you're in control of like.
I was talking about. I think I spoke to you about the Netflix series about the phone. Like it's like you're staring at your phone. It's like a Black Mirror, right?
It's called Black Mirror. That's
what
it is.
Okay.
And it talks
I didn't know there was a second.
It's hurting.
I didn't know there was a second fucking.
So the one
I watched like one episode, man, and honestly,
it fucking disturbed you.
Not really disturbed. It was more like I don't really know like what's going on. And then you know what's funny is like 2 months after I watched it, I realized. I know you're gonna think like, oh my god, this guy's fucking. But I was literally just thinking that it was like somebody was looking through the Black Mirror. You know what I mean? Like a Black Mirror on the wall. I had no idea it had to do with the phone. Until 2 months later, somebody told me. I think I was listening to the radio, and somebody on the radio was like, "Oh yeah, this is what it's about." I was like, "What?"
Dude, you take it in right when you see. If you actually pay attention to the series, it's fucked because it's different case scenarios every episode. It's not the same cast. It's not like it's different, right?
Right.
They even had Miley Cyrus on one. It's fucking.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, but it's
Was she good? Because they're like robots, right?
Yeah, she was pretty good. Well, she created like this like Me Too doll.
Okay.
Ashley 2 doll or something like that.
Oh.
And then like it went like viral, right? And it started making sales and like.
True.
I think she was fighting like depression and like understanding that's this like whole social thing is actually like contorting her life, like the stardom, the fucking clout.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
because you get consumed by it, right? And that's where the bad comes in because of the mental health.
Right.
You start to like judge your self-efficacy based off of likes and fucking views instead of like morals and values.
Right.
And like what you contribute.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like.
But here's the thing, right? So for somebody like me who runs an online business, Six Side Meals, shameless plug there. Plug. You know, for me, it's like I need those views. I need those likes. I need people to like grab
it. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Man.
And that's what you know. Like my team and I, we focus on, and like you know, Blake is a huge part of that. Where he
what year is he born?
I'm not sure, but he's 25, I think.
Okay, so he's still our generation.
Yeah. So he's got more knowledge about Instagram specifically than I do.
You and I combined, bro. That guy is the GOAT.
Yeah. So you know, like, I'm only doing what he's kind of telling me, but I've learned so much from him to like from hashtagging to tagging people,
tagging places to
tagging places, but tagging many places, not just one. Yeah. Like in the system, like if you go after you post it, you can see where your views came from. So if you go, you know, say for example, Good Life Fitness Heartland, that's one I use a lot because there was like 6,000 people that go in and out that door every day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
High check-ins, dude.
Yeah, high check-ins. So, you know, something like that, like. You could put that place. You could put another place. You could put, you know, Eaton Center. You could put fucking King Street. You put all of those things, and then in your back end, all of those things will show up. Not many people know that, right? But it's like I didn't know that until this guy showed me, and then, man, the views have been going crazy, and I'm super happy. Like I was just telling you, like we hit. One of our posts hit 100,000 views or 100,000 impressions.
Yeah.
You know, so fuck, man.
No, I get it,
that's
but like
huge for me.
So like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's two different generations, to be honest. Because us as millennials, we were like the younger they get, the less exposed they were to like dial-up internet.
Right.
Fucking.
Sorry to cut you off. There's still the hard-headed older generation. But I have some clients that follow us on Instagram. You know, they follow us on Instagram. They like every photo, but they're older. You look at their profile, you can tell they're like, they're a little bit older. But I mean, fuck, man, those are the types of people that are eating meal prep. They're going to the gym every day. You know, like the people that aren't on the new wave, I feel like are the people who stick to themselves. They go out for brunch on Sunday, or they don't do much. You know what I'm saying?
These are the people who look at the world and say it's fucked right now.
Yeah.
Because it is fucked.
Yeah.
It just depends what you're using it for, right? The social media, there's a plus and a minus to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of us experience a little bit of the minus.
Right.
No matter what, it takes a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
No matter what, because then you start to revolve around interactions, right? Because you need to, even if it's from a financial standpoint, you're still doing it.
No, for sure.
Versus somebody who's just doing it for strictly dopamine. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel good.
Yeah,
that's different. That's even more dangerous.
And when
now you're falling into a hole.
Okay, so there's the medium, right?
Yeah.
There's the medium.
I'm saying it's because of generations.
So if you're looking for likes and follows and the attention on social media, when you're not putting out a product or putting out or service or whatever, and you're just simply looking for those likes because
makes you feel good.
You want to feel good.
Yeah.
Then that's the bad one. That's the bad mental health that I was searching for.
Yeah.
Cool. That's crazy.
I'm saying that's heavily the mental health issues I feel are higher in the later generations. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we are millennials from 86. But that goes with
bro, there's a lot more.
No, fam, because take it in, bro. We were raised really interacting with people. We were raised talking on the phone for 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
We were raised having to take somebody's email and add them on MSN before we could interact from remotely.
Right.
The newer Generation X didn't have that. They don't understand that. So now the only connection they know is through their phone.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So as they progress and get older to our generation, that's when things really get fucked up, dude. Because now you have no more emotion. It's already there, right? Everybody, it's all throughout the music, the media. That's what it is. Right. It's a scary thing.
That's crazy,
especially for somebody who wants to start a family and have kids and
But I feel like that's okay. So that's something you could pick and choose your neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't pick and choose where cell phones are.
Yeah, I get that.
Everybody and their auntie has a smartphone.
Sure.
A lot more smartphones and a lot more dumb people these days.
Sure. Yeah. No.
And they say that in the show. One of the whole topics was Buddy got into an accident and everybody was under the impression that it was a drunk driver who hit him and his wife died. Okay, and then he goes and he kidnaps this kid, this intern from the social media company that really actually killed his wife because he looked at a notification late night, and then he hit somebody and everybody died. So nobody was you know what I'm saying? He was the only one alive, but he was the one who caused it. But they blamed the other guy because he was drunk. So he started going insane, and he started Uber. I don't know if it was Uber or Lyft, whatever. He was posting up in front of the social media company that he got the notification from. Yeah, so he was just taking calls from them. He was on ghost shit. It's fucked. Yeah, man. And I took it in as wow, that could really happen. No, he got shot in the head by the end of it. Kid got free, but he got hit in the head with a sniper. They didn't even show if he died or not, but it was pretty much a standoff. You know? Right. And he wanted to talk to the CEO. And the CEO is
was this a movie?
No, it's in Black Mirror, man.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Bro, they put in so many different case scenarios of how technology is fucking us in the ass.
Bro, that sounded like something that you would see on the news or something.
Yeah, no shit. And that's what really rattled me, bro. Watching this gave me a disturbing truth that
So that's on what episode? Because I only watched
I think that was
episode 2.
The third one, I believe.
Oh, just missed it.
Maybe
I'll get back into it.
Well, you got to take it in doses.
I think you just hyped me up for it.
You got to take it in doses, right? Because
I've been looking for something else.
It's very harsh realities through that shit.
Yeah.
That this is the generation that we're in.
Right.
And no matter how many people want to be ignorant to it or turn an eye to it, this is the fucking fact of the matter.
Right.
Technology is taking over.
Yeah, it's very true.
That's why I'm even moving towards online coaching now, right? Because I'm understanding it's a viable option. I can legitimately progress somebody from point A to fucking Z remotely.
Right.
It just takes a lot more work off the forefront.
Yeah.
but then the fruits of your labor in the future are much more abundant. You know what I mean? Because now you get time. You gain time. Right. But your work really, I'm starting to gauge it, that your work really follows you everywhere. You can't escape work. No, it's always with you.
Yeah. But when you do what you love, it's different.
It is, but at the end of the day, like, bro, I don't care how much you love something. If you're doing it very aggressively for financial gain, which, you know, in this day and age, we need good finances. Yeah. Not cheap to live, man.
Yeah.
If you know, to any of the viewers who don't know, like, Mississauga is very fucking expensive. Not Mississauga, Toronto. Toronto's like just a whole other beast, but Mississauga's really bad. Like, for a 1-bedroom apartment, you're paying fucking like close to 2 G's, if not over.
They're charging 22 in this building.
You see what I'm saying?
1 plus den.
22 G's for a 1 plus den in a fucking 800 square foot condo. Sick. Dude.
Less, bro.
Sick, dude.
Less.
Yeah, that used to be a mortgage on a fucking fully detached house.
Crazy,
right?
bro.
Take that in. So, like, you know, we need financial gain, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it's a finesse.
You got to sacrifice a little bit here and there.
It's a finesse, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I'm with the times. I fuck with the shits. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta, like, we need to survive. Right. We need to progress.
No, for sure.
So if this is what we gotta do, we gotta do it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like we just bring that, like, that old school swag of, like, hey, like, I really had to connect with people. Yeah. In order to, like, get around. Right. And, like, grow to what.
And not let it affect your mental to the point where, like, you need to, like, you know.
Bro, I remember when Instagram was landscapes. You remember that?
Yeah.
Instagram was fucking landscapes.
I mean, I came on a little bit after, like, when it was, like, not selfies. I guess it was kind of selfies.
Yeah. That's how it evolved.
Yeah, it really was.
And then from selfies, it became like you know, fucking stages and, like, different videos. And then that's like crazy. When video came in, that's when it really changed.
Right. Yeah.
That's when they introduced video. It became different.
Well, Snapchat really fucked it up with that. Yeah. Like, not fucked it up, like, fucked it up in a good way.
Oh yeah.
Like, they
killed it.
Changed the game with their video shit. Like,
why do you think Facebook owns them all? Because everybody thinks Facebook is dead if they don't understand, like, what's going on with it. Right. Facebook became like the Volkswagen of, like, cars, you know? Mm-hmm. They bought out all the big heads and said, yo, we run this. It's the monopoly. That's why it's been so hard for anybody to contest them. Right. You know? But it's cool, man. It's sick because, like, on the plus side, you can spread a message on a viral level at, like, an exponential rate. You know what I mean? If you have good shit to say, you have good things to offer, you can literally have that go viral quick. Yeah. I mean, not quick. It takes time, as you know, like, doing all this work.
You'd be surprised, though, man. Like, there's a lot more fuck shit that's going viral than, like, good quality shit.
Yeah, because the attention's always going to be stronger on negative than positive. Yeah. People want to see fucked up shit. Yeah. I do. We all do, right? Yeah. I'm guilty as charged, man. Right. That's the way it is. Yeah. But, like, you know, if you can only control what you put out.
I like watching the fights.
You can only control what you put out, man.
The fights on social media.
You can't control all that shit, right? Like, so I feel like if everybody was just more self-aware. Yeah. Like, shout out Gary Vee, because he's huge on self-awareness. Right. And he's helped me become a lot more self-aware. Yeah. That's everything, man. Yeah. Because then you start to understand, you really feel right and wrong. Yeah. When you're aware of, like, yourself. Yeah. You know?
He's really advocating for, like, sleep, because people have been telling him, like, oh, like, how do you sleep? Like, oh, you don't sleep. Gary, we don't sleep, you know? But he's like, yeah, man, I love sleep, you know? He's like, last night I had, like, 8 hours, 9 hours or something.
Yeah, he looks like he gets a really good amount of sleep.
You know? He's
the way
just
he goes, his brain's always, like, fresh.
Yeah, so what he said was that it's not the amount of sleep you need to get rid of to accomplish all your things. It's the amount of, like, you need to stop doing the stupid shit throughout the day in order for you to get your shit done.
Yeah, and then get quality sleep.
That's it.
Because, even Nipsey said it. He's like, I gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well. That's so real. Yeah. There's so much depth to that fucking quote alone, man. Yeah. That hit me in the heart. Yeah. And it made me realize, like, yo, R.I.P. Nipsey, like, dog, legend. That's real, bro. Yeah. That's so real. Because if you don't do all the shit on your checklist, your power list. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Power list at the end of the night, it's hard to sleep. Yeah. And, like, again, back to self-awareness. If you're not aware of that, then you start to point at everybody else. It's your fault. It's your fault. No, motherfucker, it's your fault.
Yeah, there's only one negative.
Only one person who's controlling all this shit. Yeah. So you can't point a finger at nobody else. Right. Because you brought them into your circle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. No, for sure. So, yo, fucking, I guess, last thing, because we got to get going here. Favorite movie, favorite artist, favorite fucking...
Fuck, that's hard for me, man.
Yeah. What's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist right now? Obviously, you listen to a lot of rap.
Yeah, predominantly hip-hop.
Yeah. So, top of your head right now, who would you say?
Well, top of my head is just because I was just talking about Nipsey Hussle.
Right. Yeah, huge.
You know what I mean? But there's so many influential, like, people.
Yeah.
That, like, I listen to a lot, man.
Yeah.
Because it goes even deeper than just rap and hip-hop, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say Nipsey Hussle. Especially because he's new, he's relevant. Not new, but people don't realize how long he's been around.
Yeah.
I remember Nipsey Hussle when, like, social media wasn't a thing, fam.
Yeah.
And, like, people were still handing out mixtapes at fucking plazas, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Nipsey was out, fam.
Right.
He was out here. I didn't really fuck with his music too tough.
Yeah.
I listened to 1-2 songs, but, like, I knew he was there.
Right.
He's an OG, fam. He didn't just pop up overnight like everybody thinks. Like, Nipsey been grinding,
working,
bro.
He's been working.
Like a slave, fam. He just been working, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he set the standard. He set the bar fucking high.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Because he did his shit with integrity, too. Like,
big time.
Doesn't matter, like, what his
did it
upbringing
to help his
was.
people,
yeah. He helped a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Like, he really brought up his people, fam.
Yeah, no,
and that's
great.
respect, you know?
No, for sure.
But Nipsey, and I'd say, like, my favorite movie... Like documentary or like
whatever, man. That's a tough one, eh?
That's a tough one, dude.
Yeah,
I don't even think I could answer that.
Like all time.
That's what I'm saying. All time, like I don't think I can answer.
Oh, really? I have one. Italian Job.
Yeah.
The Italian Job is probably the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Why? Why you say that?
It's just like, bro, like I watched that movie when I was younger, and like, I don't know, man. I've watched it maybe like 20 some times since then, and like every time I'm just like, damn, this is a sick fucking movie.
Right?
I love that movie, bro. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
It's the fucking sickest movie, bro.
It was like years ago, so I don't recall anything from
and I don't even
thing.
like minis, like, but the way they
make it look sick,
the way
bro.
they do shit, man.
But that's when the Wonderland shit popped off too, like they put the ride out there, and like there's a huge hype around it.
Right? Yeah.
Like the Italian Job ride, that was a sick ride, B. When that
right.
first came out, bro.
Yeah.
The fucking shit explodes, and you're in the thing like, what the fuck?
Oh shit! No, I don't really remember that ride like that because I didn't really.
Well, I remember what the movie came out, and then like I don't know if it was like the year.
It's Wonderland,
2 years
right?
After Wonderland came out with a full tilt ride.
Shit.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The movie was sick, so let's see what's going on with the ride, you know?
And back then, Wonderland was like...
Was a shit, bro.
It was like where you guys hung out.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Every cultural day.
I'm not from here, so like that's why.
Oh, yeah, you're North Bay, man.
Yeah, I didn't really grow
I'm
up
Saga,
here.
bro. I wasn't born, but I was raised in this bitch.
Yeah.
I lived in Mississauga for, out of my 28 years, I'd probably say 26 years.
Yeah.
26 years of my 28 years. Because I was born 1992, came here in 94.
From where?
From the Philippines.
Oh, cool.
And I've lived my life here since. Started South Common, went to 5 and 10, stayed at 5 and 10, like the bottom of 5 and 10 for like almost 2 decades, fam.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then from there we just branched out and said, yo, fuck the city, dog. Let's get out of here, bro. Like I just want to come here to work, go home, and like you know.
Yeah.
You see where I live now? It's like it's quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet neighborhood.
Secluded.
Most of them are like old family owned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody's
cool.
like, yeah, it's nice, man.
Yeah.
It's like crazy, bro. Because living by Square One.
Yeah, I love my condo life.
Vibes.
Yeah,
It's very fast paced. I do too.
I love it.
I miss it. I can't lie. I miss it.
Yeah.
And who knows? I might be back.
It's one of those things you actually miss living in a condo.
Yeah, of course, man. Because the convenience.
Yeah.
And like, bro, like, you don't need to shovel no snow. You don't have to cut no grass.
Cars parked downstairs.
It's easier to clean. You can clean your house in like 20, 30 minutes.
Half an hour.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, it takes me an hour and a half.
Excuse me.
To fucking even cover 80% of my house right now. I'm in a semi-dog.
I bet.
But I don't got to deal with people.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do not miss from the condo.
Right.
No matter what mood you're in, what you're going through, you need to interact with people through the building. Right. You're going to run into somebody.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you're like super like,
yeah.
running down the stairs like
Yeah, no, for sure.
But,
okay, bro. So, tell them where to find you.
Instagram for now and TikTok. Both
Instagram,
the same handle.
TikTok.
At Cruzofit, all one word.
There you go.
Soon to be YouTube.
There you go.
And I mean, I was looking at LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It's looking like it's gonna take some time.
You know those like Instagram memes where they go LinkedIn photo.
Oh yeah, that what was it? Something.
Yours would be so funny.
Oh man, mine would be fucked up.
Your 4 would be so jokes.
Fucked up, dog. I was so tempted to do it, but I was like, this can't do it.
And then one of them with braids or something.
Yeah, that would be the Tinder.
Yeah.
Tinder would be me in braids, no top, fam. What? Crazy shades on.
That's funny, bro.
Facebook would be like me in like a collared shirt, you know what I mean? Like an open collared shirt, like a vest, sweater vest or some shit.
And then your fucking LinkedIn is like buttoned up.
Buttoned up like fucking, I would say like a quarter zip. Because I'm still a fitness guy.
No, guy, you're wearing a tie and everything.
Oh, you're capping, bro. Make me look like a fucking salesman.
We'll grow your mustache and everything. Alright, bro. Okay, my name's Rich Blaze. You guys can find me at Blaisinthekitchen or Six Side Meals. Thanks for checking us out.